All right, back with you today. I got this box, a 1981 Fleer. Look at this, 36 packs. You actually get 2 free packs at the time. So you would get 38 in this box back in the day. So, you know, the guy at the stationery store or wherever you would buy your cards, they would get an extra 2 packs to be able to make that 30 cents on. And unfortunately, this is not a full box, but I got 18 packs in here, I believe it is. So either way, I'm very happy to bust this sucker open. There it is. There's your 30 cents. Kind of fell. Would go in there right there. So would go in there right there. Yes, would go in there right there. 81 Fleer. Here we go. 660 cards in this set when it was released. We had a total of, I just gave you the total. This is Fleer's first modern era set since 1963. And the one and only year that Fleer is going to have the bubblegum in there. Then they switched over to logo stickers. And that's because Topps had the rights to putting gum in with packs. There you go. This is it. I'm kind of excited for this one. This is the closest I can get to a full box without paying a ton of money. Now, this set is known for huge amount of errors, which, wow, that gum actually looks pretty good. Makes you want to eat it. Huge amount of errors in this set. They had made, 3 different print runs of this set. Wow, this is freaking sweet. This is like, these are just amazing. Have not been opened at all. Boom, right off the bat. Look at that. We get a rookie card of Harold Baines. Check that out. That is, oh my gosh, a Ricky Henderson right behind him. This is great. Buck Martinez there. I put that off to the side. I'm like getting so excited here. Look at this Ricky. A little bit of dirt on the side, but man, this is a great box. I'm going to have to, after this video, look at that nice Steve Garvey, sit down and go over and see if I have an error box or not. Phil Negro there, another Hall of Famer. Damn. This is a great, great product. I definitely did not have any 81 Fleer when I was a kid, because in 81 I was only 4 years old. So I'm going to take it a little easy on opening these packs today and just kind of enjoy opening this for you. This is pretty sweet. Louis Tiant right there. Martinez. All right, now he is a very well-known error. So his error I do know off the top of my head, which is, instead of it saying on the back, Craig Nettles with the G, it is a C. Now, his was corrected early in the first print run. They had 3 separate print runs. I do know that. And we got, nope, it is not the error box. Okay, well, it still could be an error box because I believe there's still errors in the second printing. So, but that Craig Nettles is correct. There we have it. Spire, Reggie Smith. I know Pete Rose has an error. There's a whole bunch of errors in this set. I do know the Fernando Valenzuela was never corrected either. That just said, I believe it just said Fernand on it. Doesn't have the O, which that was, people actually sell that as an error card, but if it was never corrected, I don't consider it an error card if you ask me. But hey, some people take it as an error card. Let's see who else we got. So far, we did find one Hall of Fame rookie, which is nice. There's a nice Fred Lynn right there. Hey, there we go. Another nice Ricky Henderson. Man, centering on that is way off. But it's a Ricky. I'll take it. Danny Ainge has a rookie card in this year, actually. Know him, he played basketball. He never did go on with football, but he does have a rookie card in this set, actually. Pretty cool. Cool Jack Clark right there. Tommy John, Bill Madlock. God, this is so sweet. It's 81 Fleer. This is just great. This is what I've been hoping to finally get my hands on, is some of this old stuff from the early 80s. I'd really love to get my hands on some 88 tops and really try to find a Ricky Henderson. Oh, this one's sticking a little bit. Another Craig Nettles there. Gosh. Oh man. Watch, this is like an error somehow. No, thankfully. Dang, took a bad hit. Just put you off to the side. Terrible. That was the first time the gum actually got stuck. All right, now they're upside down. It's a nice Gary Carter. Look at that. This is fantastic. I love some of these old names, man. Here we go. Yeah, like I said, 1981, I was 4 years old, so I was not thinking about opening packs. Why are these sticking all of a sudden? Man, those first couple of packs started off so great. And now we're stuck. We're just going to leave the gum stuck on that. Don Assi takes the gum and will not give it up. Al Woods flipping it around. Claudale Washington, McBride. Come on, give me some big names. I'd like to see a Nolan Ryan in here. A George Brett would be great. It's a nice Hall of Famer. Bert Blyleven right there. Nice card. How's the other thing with the pitchers? They had complete major and minor league batting records on all the pitcher cards. They basically had them on all the cards. That is another thing that they never even corrected. So they left that. They just said, screw the pitchers. We are just going to leave it on there. Don't care. Kind of messed up. Let's see. Nope, sticking again. We got some stuck gum there. There's a nice Bill Russell, John Starnes. Hey, look at that. Nice Bobby Bonds. That's cool. Larry Boa. Name we know as a manager. Name I know as a manager. Dick Treadwell used to play with the Yankees at one point. George Foster on your Mets. There's a nice Willie Randolph with the Yankees. All right. Mario Soto. All of a sudden, I'm making a gum pile now. Gum card pile. There we go. Jim Cat. Almost, I didn't know what the heck that was behind his head there. For a second, I was like, what is that? Was it a baseball that he was like throwing up in the air? I wasn't sure. Hall of Famer. Nice Hall of Famer, Andre Dawson. Beautiful. It's a good looking set. Nice, clean Dick Williams. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Is he not? There we go. George Brett. Okay, now this is an error card. I'll look at that in a second. See if I can remember what the error card is. Darrell Evans there. All right, let me see. What card? 28, third base. It's base card. I think it was something with the bottom. I don't remember. It was MVP third base. I think there was another one that has, I don't know if it's necessarily an error or just a variation. Has something else on the front. Like I said, once I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go over it and look these things over. Maybe I'll make a quick little insert onto this video of what I found. All right, what do we got? Sparky Anderson here. Turner, Kim, Wilcox, Jim Rice, a Hall of Famer. Joe Morgan. Bochy there. Steve Howe. And pretty sure Sparky Anderson is a Hall of Famer as well. Let's go with the upside down pack. Like I said, 81, not really my year, so I am learning as I go along. Louis Tiant took the hit there. There's another Nettles. Man, I wish this was... Oh, look at this! Ha ha! That's the freaking error. Hell yeah. That is the one note. That looks sharp, too. I think I just found another SGC submission. Sweet. Center might be a little bit off, but wow. Heck yeah. There's the Fernando, and that is the uncorrected error. That's supposed to have the O. That one's uncorrected, though. That Nettles is amazing. Can't believe I actually found it in this box. I think there's something with his as well. I don't remember what his error is, but believe so. I'm going to leave this pack separate. Was this top of that pack? Might have been. We'll leave that one separate and check those out. Here we are. I am excited. I am at the midway point of the video. I just want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you have not, please consider doing so. This is what we are doing. Opening junk wax era boxes from the 80s and 90s. There's a Steve Carlton. I believe this is some kind of an era as well. I don't know, again, off the top of my head what that one was. But I'm going to have to look at that. Nice Vita Blue there. Let's put Carlton in my Hall of Fame stack. Youngblood, Reed. Yeah, this is cool. I can't wait to sit down and go through this with the checklist and see what errors I do have and I don't. I'm going to put that right there. It's a great box so far. Great few packs. Can't believe that Nettles. I am stoked about that. Hey, there we go. Got the gum off of that one. Saved the Billy sample. Al Woods, Augustine, another Tiant. Flipping them around. Ted Simmons there, Hall of Famer. Sweet. My Hall of Fame stack's usually right there. It turned into my gum pile stack instead. Let's move this over here. Get that out of my way. And that a little bit of glare actually off of the card, kind of bouncing up. Annoying. All right, Dickie Knowles. There we go. Nolan Ryan. Look at that. Look at that. Looks pretty clean. Edges are a little bit off, but nice. Nolan Ryan. Holy moly. Hitting some of the big names in this. This is great. This is well worth, I mean, half a box. Pulling some big names. Look at this. Robin Yount. Dang. There's the Reggie Jackson, too. Going to have to look him over. Again, I know there's errors with a lot of these guys. Just don't remember off the top of my head. If you've watched me before, you know that I can't even remember what I pulled in the first pack sometimes on my videos. You expect me to remember what all these errors were, especially in 1981, when this is like one of the biggest sets that is known for all these errors. Had 3 separate printings to try to correct these errors. Oh, man. I haven't seen a Kirk Gibson yet, though, right? Don't think so. Pulled the Fernando rookie. Pulled the Harold Baines rookie. That was the first pack, so that was pretty cool. And the gum is not coming off of Pasteur, so we will put him in the gum pile. Set him in the gum pile. Got some great names. Great names. Bucky Dent right there. Moose Haas, Lou Piniella. Here we go. We got 3 packs left. Like I said, I'm going to take my time on this because 81 Fleer. It's a great set. So glad I came across these. Nope, not going to try it. Already destroyed that Nettles earlier, so don't want to do it again. Dave Bregman. Tom Seaver. Tom Terrific. There goes the drop. There goes the drop. Ah, oh, sweet. We got a Pete Rose on the back. Oh, no, Ricky. Oh, come on. Yes, thank you. We were able to save the Ricky Henderson. Whew. And we got the Pete Rose on the back. Great pack. Great pack. Why do I keep knocking into that? Why did I just put Sparky Anderson down there? No idea. Bill Lee, Chambliss. There's a Tommy Lasorda. Now he is a Hall of Famer. Lee Mazzilli. Look at that. Young Lee Mazzilli. Rick Monday, Steve Henderson, and there it is, the Pete Rose, which I did actually pull this out of a pack. I did get my hands on a couple 81s. Or was it 181? I don't remember, but I did pull a Pete Rose out of a pack that I made a short with on my channel. So, but to open this many is way better. Look at that. Another George Brett on the back there. That's great. Gum came off easily. Let's see right off the bat. Let's go with the Brett. MVP third base. Okay, so that's the same as the other one that we pulled. I'm going to have to look into that. Like I said, check it out. All in all, great box. Really cool. Tough to find these nowadays. You can. They're up there in price. Although stuff from the 80s, I feel like the Fleer is not as bad as some other stuff. Like, you know, the 1980 tops. That's a little insane price-wise. But check it out. Craig Nettles era. And I might just make a separate video if I do, if it turns out where I have a lot of errors, I might just make a second video and just upload that in addition to this one. So, but that's freaking sweet. Can't believe I got that. That's great. There you have it. With that, I'll leave you with this. One man's junk wax is another man's treasure. Take care.